So Nitara is finally included in a new MK game. Took this long for her to be included, huh? She's always been one of my favorite characters in the franchise, so I was interested in seeing what they did with her now, which so far isn't looking great at all. Some of the things I personally liked about original Nitara's character and movesets would be like her special move inputs. Little nitpicks like that, for example. They weren't the same inputs that you would normally press, like down forward punch being a common special move input. With Nitara, sadly, they only gave her two special moves, that being her unicorn kick and blood spit. Blood spit. Oh my god! But those inputs, you'd never guess how to perform them if the game never showed you. Back down B, forward back Y. I don't get why the devs only did that. As well as why they only gave her two moves. I mean, did they think that her grab move was too OP because it recovers a little bit of your health back? Doesn't seem OP to me. And flapping her wings to dash backwards doesn't sound like a big advantage either. It's just weird how Nitara was treated like a jobber and a hated character in the series when she was one of the very few characters with an interesting backstory. At one point, Ed Boon even said that he would not include Nitara in a new MK game. Not sure what changed his mind. Could it have been perhaps the celebrity guest appearance that would entice him into bringing her back right away? Because in between MK Armageddon and MK11, Nitara was treated like a shit character, one that would easily lose every fight she's in. She was featured in MK Legends Scorpion's Revenge and they pushed her aside. Then she was featured in the 2021 MK film and again, they easily disposed of her, which really sucked because they did a great job with her appearance and she's one of the very few characters that can fly. So there's a unique ability right there. She had an interesting backstory and she was shown to be cunning and intelligent, which is how she succeeded in restoring her realm and race. She alone became the savior of the vampiric race. I've heard of vampires working hard to kill their own race, but one working their asses off to save it? That's too amazing. Another badass trait about her that almost no MK fan knows about is that she speaks poetically and her spoken words are almost always references to legendary rock bands. You can't possibly get any cooler than original Nitara there. And I gotta say OG Nitara because she is by all means not the same character that you've seen past MK Armageddon in every other media and sequels. She's not the same person when she appeared in the 2021 MK film. She looks like her in MK Scorpion's Revenge, but again, does not act like her. And now she's back in Mortal Kombat 1, which reminds me, MK1? How many MK1s is that, Boon? Forget it. That's a whole different video rant on its own. So Nitara's back, and this time she's played by Megan Fox. That doesn't sound too bad.
What will you do to get Katana back? Those lessons won't help today.
You Outworlders believe yourselves so superior.
Oh my god, that sounds too bad. Why the hell did it sound like she was reading these lines for the first time? And they didn't even do a second take? I feel bad for the devs because I'm sure they thought she would bring in her A game, but what the hell was that? Megan, Mortal Kombat is bigger than you. Why would you deliver with a shit performance for a character that even you claim was a perfect role for you? She's clearly a big fan of vampires and she's a professional actress, right? But you know what? The lines she was given are terrible. It's noticeably bad writing, so thinking about it, well, I don't think either of them bothered to bring in their A game. The devs gave Megan Fox a shit script, and she just so happened to give a shit delivery. So it became like this cringe cake dosed with Megan Fox pretending to be an MK fan for that quick paycheck. So Nitara's personality was weak and stale thanks to both the devs and the guest. What about her character and costume design? Well, that design is confusing. Her wings look like foreskin, that headpiece, crown? What the hell does she have on her head? And that hairstyle? God, how did they find a way to make Megan Fox look ugly? Come on, NetherRealm, is the staff allergic to beauty? That costume, those colors, they just don't mix. Nothing pops. Why use purple and red? Those colors don't complement each other. There's also violet clothing pieces, silver, a lot of silver. Wouldn't that be heavy for someone who flies? I think this is her Player 2 outfit if there's a mirror match. And the smart thing would have been to swap the default colors with this one. Purple and blue don't really complement each other, but it's not too bad. Going back to that hairstyle though, that is awful. I bet the person who approved this hairstyle has a mullet since, for some reason, mullets are coming back. But unfortunately, nothing for her costume or appearance looks like an upgrade, and it's ugly. It is vastly displeasing to look at. It's also filled with too many details. Every piece of clothing has little patterns all over it. There are so many unnecessary patterns here. This is an example of throwing in too many details. And like they say, keep it simple, stupid. I'd say I feel bad for Megan Fox, but she didn't try either. And as you saw, everyone involved with creating this new Nitara did a shit job. They did a shit job with the costume design. They did a shit job with her chosen color palettes. They did a cringe job with all her lines, and Megan Fox half-assed, more like full-assed her job at reading those lines. That's an overall F+. Next time, apply yourselves. Well, at least now you have an idea of why Nitara was once a badass character of the franchise, and why she's one of my favorite characters, and hopefully those over at NetherRealm Studios learn from this and try not to repeat history. Literally. I mean, literally, NetherRealm. Stop repeating history. I mean, MK1. God, how many MK1s do we need? Mortal Kombat 9 is basically telling us MK1, then MK11 retelling MK1, another MK1. Jesus fucking Christ. That's it for the video. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this video, and if you truly enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more content from this jabroni. I cover lore videos, facts, movies, and game reviews, all based on my favorite franchises such as Resident Evil, The King of Fighters, Mortal Kombat, Celebrity Deathmatch, The Mask, Dragon Ball, The Terminator, TMNT, and more. I'd like to give a very special thanks to all my Patreon supporters. This video is for you, and I hope you like seeing your name at the end credits of this video. And if you too would like to see your name at the end of a new vid, be sure to join my Patreon, where you also get to receive exclusive videos and updates such as new art panels for my Resident Evil Outbreak comic that I'm working on. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video, and remember to have an awesome day.